Hey guys, welcome back to the garden. Today I will show you my 6 different Comfrey because I think they are amazing in the garden and I love using them as ground cover and as green mulch and all kinds of things. You can use it for all kinds of things, ointments, and you can use it in the compost. So it is really an important and amazing plant in a food forest. So I'll show you the different varieties that I have and how I'm using them and why I'm placing them the way I am. Because some are good for some things and some are good for other things. And this is a creeping Comfrey, Foder-Kulsukker, and this one has the most amazing cream colored with these red buds. I think it's super beautiful. It is also the lowest variety that we have in the garden. But as you can see, it pretty much covers all of this area, and I see a few stingy nettles and a few other bits and bobs have crept in also. But other than that, it's really keeping its space, and I think it's so beautiful and the insects love it. You can see bumblebees over here, and it has been flowering for a long time now. So if you back up, I will show the next one. So this one is another variety. It's Comfrey officinalis. It's a medicinal Comfrey. Look at the flowers, how beautiful they are. What a color. This one is self-seeding willingly. It is not the most vigorous, so I'm actually allowing that to self-seed in most places in the garden. If I'm trying to sort of reduce it a little bit, I'll just cut it a couple of times in the growth season. But really beautiful, and I think fine with other things because it's not super tall, and the clump that it makes with the roots is expanding, of course, but it's still allowing other things to grow beside it. It's not completely claiming the space. So that's the Lægekulsukker, the Comfrey officinalis. I'll of course put all the correct names in the description below. What else have we got? Then I have the Comfrey, the Bocking 14, the Russian Comfrey. I have that in the garden, of course, and I'm using that in places where I really don't want it to spread. This is not self-seeding because it's sterile, so it's only the clump, the root sort of clump that is spreading. And as you can see, probably it's not yet in flower. The flowers have a different lighter color, and the leaves are a darker deep green, but this one gets to be, I think, at least 1 meter tall. And then if you don't cut it back, it will lie and fill up all of this space with the flowering and the growth. Even you can see how long they get, and they actually get all the way underneath. So it's a powerful, prolific plant, but it's not self-seeding, and it's just keeping its space. And I like it here because I don't want it running all the way in the spiral. So I've got it in a couple of places. It's beautiful, and the insects love it. And then I will show you the most powerful variety. So this one is a wild Comfrey, and I will say that of all the Comfreys that I have in the garden, I don't know if I can call it a wild Comfrey. We call it like in Foder-Kulsukker. So it's one that I found in the wild and planted here. And deeply purple flowers and some even bluish when they have been out for a little while. They turn more blue and they actually grow to be another half meter tall. And then they slump down and they completely cover all of this. I love it because it is completely uncontrollable, and I'm using it in places where I know the soil is poor. So this is a problem area. I don't know, maybe there was an old road in this bit, because things are not really thriving. So I planted these to improve the soil, and I will just allow it to happen for maybe 10, 20 years, I don't know. So when the soil feels amended and loose and powerful, again, I will try maybe to plant other things, but that's the way I'm using this. I'm trying to make sure that it's not spreading all the way through the garden, but I already see that we have some runaway plants there, and next year it's going to be over here, so I need to keep those in check. But they're beautiful and they grow in a place that's a little wild part in the food forest. Let me see, I have got another one, but where do I have it? Well, actually, I'm sorry, we have to wander around a little bit because I forgot where it was. It's a yellow comfrey, and I haven't had it for very long, but I enjoy it because of the lighter color that it has compared to some of the other comfreys. And have a look at the apple blossom. This is Discovery. It has very sort of light white colors in the flowers, but beautiful, beautiful, beautiful right now. So many blossoms. Let me hold this. It's an adventure. I'm so sorry. So maybe you can see it. Actually, this has a completely different color, and the flowers are also a different color again, and it's just a yellow comfrey. I don't know that it has any specific properties, I don't think so, but it's just beautiful. And if you are a plant collector or a plant lover, I think it's just fun to have different varieties. So I will try to remember to show the flowers on this one when once they're out. I think it's going to be a couple of weeks still. And then I've got last one actually is in here, and this is also a creeping comfrey. I'm gonna show you these flowers. Look how beautiful. So the flowers are blue and red buds, just completely lovely. And it's taller than the first creeping comfrey that I showed you. So I am using this in places where I like a little more wildness and a little more coverage, because it's actually not really allowing other things to grow along side so much, because it's so tall, so it will sort of smother a lot of the other things growing around it. But isn't it pretty? Yes! So it's like showing off my stamp collection. It's just Comfreys. I'll put the right names in the description below, and I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you later.